Chapter 28. I'm no legend. I'm an arrow of destruction. X? Everyone said at pretty much the same time. X lowered his head, clearly shamed to be gazed upon like this by his friends. After a moment of taking a deep breath, X looked over to where Alia had collapsed and got to his feet. Give me a moment, everyone, X requested, walking over to the fainted spotter. The blue bomber knelt down and reached his hands underneath Alias's head and lifted her up slightly. Alia started to stir to this sudden unexplained movement, and slightly opened her eyes, letting off a soft groan. As her eyes adjusted, she found herself gazing directly into the eyes of X. Alia smiled at the blue reploid, thinking she had found herself in another dream. She reached her hand up and touched him softly, realized she was touching an actual physical reploid. In her dream she had since X's death, the one constant was she had never been able to actually touch him. Her now fully adjusted eyes went wide when she realized and remembered what exactly had happened. X! She cried out. X smiled at her, and for a moment things seemed peaceful. Alias's features then suddenly turned to that of pure anger. Muttering all the strength she could gather, the spotter reached back and slapped X across his cheek as hard as she could. This took the Asura Hunter and the others entirely by surprise. X stumbled back and touching the spot with his hand where she had hit him. X's soft eyes and face quickly changed to one of shame, sadness, and hurt. Closing his eyes and laying Alia back down gently, he got to his feet and walked away from the group a little, understanding the meaning behind stuff, though that didn't make it hurt any less physically or emotionally. After all, this entire time all of them had thought he was dead, and that way he had antagonized them as to protect his true identity. He figured for sure they would all hate him now. Well, now you all know. It was great to see you all again. Especially you, Alia, but I should be on my way, X stated simply, his voice cracking as he tried to hide his sadness and keep himself from crying. Alia sat up where she had recovered, shocked and disgusted with herself for having treated X like that so suddenly, but the anger she felt toward the fallen hunter, realizing that he had been alive all this time, had hidden from them. She couldn't control it. Alia sat and watched, still disgusted with herself as X started to walk away from them. X reached back and gripped his hood, ready to pull it back over his head, thinking to himself, at least they wouldn't see him cry. X's typically proud form and posture was now slumped in defeat as he moved away. Wait, X, stop! Sarah called him to no avail. She was ready to dash after his best friend and restrain him when X's voice rang out. Beckham X, you stop right there! She yelled out, hints of fingers still underlying her voice. X hesitated a moment, but did actually come to a stop. If there was anyone there that had the power over the Legend Maverick Hunter, it would be her. X only turned his head to the side to look back at the group, not yet turning fully around. In a flash, Alia was on her feet, no doubt acquiring from her training and maverick hunting, and a moment later, X felt a force hit him from behind and he was suddenly strained in a hug. Alia held on to X as tightly as she could, resting her forehead on his back. X, I am sorry. I didn't mean that. To know that you've actually been alive all this time and just leaving us behind like that, it made me angry. So sorry. Please don't let go. Don't leave us. Don't leave me again. Alia said, her own tears escaping her eyes and getting X's rope wet. X wiggled aside and grasped Alia's grasp, and she loosened only enough so he could move in her arms. Though she knew given what he would apparently do now if he wanted to go, he could just disappear. X turned so he was facing Alia and looked down at her as he let his hood go. Alia, feeling he felt his eyes on her, looked up into X's still hurting eyes with her own tear-filled ones. No, you're right to be angry. After everything I've done, I couldn't expect you all to just forgive me so easily. Any of you, he said, bringing his gaze from Alia, looking past her toward all of his friends. X placed his hands on Alia's shoulders and gazed down into her eyes again. I had to do it, though. I really did want to die that day at the Eternal Cliffs, but I was saved, and despite what Violet did, and multiple diagnosis saying it was gone, I still couldn't risk the fire still possibly being there and me hurting any of you, especially you, Alia, again. So I took on the mantle of Shadow and created a new personality just for that, and the person who saved me upgraded me with a few new abilities. The Vanish and Final Strike model of the Omega Armor's Nova Burst. From there I was crafted this rope to actually protect my identity, designed with self-repairing nanomachines just in case the rope got ripped so no one could see past it, X explained. Why don't you believe that virus is gone? I know I cured it from you. It's what I was designed to do, and you said yourself you had made diagnostics I told you the same. But as the rest of the group finally decided to move closer. The group surrounded X as a show of camaraderie toward their friend. If that's what you were designed for, then chances are it was to counter the original virus he carried with him when he was first awakened. The virus has changed and evolved in many ways since then. I wouldn't even know what to call the one that infected me. I don't remember anything about the forest until it had fully consumed me, Blue Bomber answered. We called it the X-Virus. It was a mixed strain of the Sigma and Zero viruses, Zero explained. You knew? asked X's best friend. I did. We all did. We didn't take it as seriously as we should have, though. Those times you passed out and I didn't remember anything, that was the virus taking control. It was only for brief periods, though, back then, so we thought we could stop it before any real harm could be done, since the corruption was only temporary, Zero replied. Then as flames cycled later, it finally consumed me entirely. After that point, I remember everything I did while under the control of the virus, X explained. The reason you wanted to die? X asked. X nodded the young rebel as Alien finally relaxed her grip on X, a little more trusting that he wasn't actually going to run away from them. What Zero said further proves my case, as I said earlier. Fire was designed to eliminate the original version of the Maverick virus, not the evolved strains, much less the apparent combined strain of the two different viruses that consumed me, X said. You do make a point, but clearly my antibody properties against the virus had to be enough. My own readings as well as many others, they show you as clean, Violet restated. Still, I couldn't trust it. Didn't want to just in case. I did enough when I was originally consumed. I tried to kill you all. I don't know what I would have done had I actually saved it, or what I would do if it happened again, X said. Don't worry about that, X. It shouldn't matter. What should matter is the fact we would have been there for you. We saved you once and we would have done it again, it said, nuzzling into X to reassure him. But everything else I did. People praise me as a hero, but all I am is destruction. All I ever do is hunt and kill. Then while under the effects of fires, I did so much worse. I just killed, the other hunter stated. Either way, X, the fact remains you are still alive and despite what's happened. You're still one of us and you're coming home with us. Virus or no virus, Zero said with a tone that denoted finality. X basically didn't have much of a say-so at this point, and he knew it, which was exactly the reason he had tried to stay away, but he just couldn't leave his friends well enough alone, and had gotten involved with them anyway, to at least help them make sure the H-Hunters did as little to them as possible. X looked over to Zero, shaking himself from his thoughts. Zero, I would apologize especially to you. Back at headquarters, I said some pretty harsh things to you. I didn't mean what I said. It was all a show to protect my identity, but still I said them, X explained. Listen, bro, you don't have to explain it. I understand entirely and I forgive you, Zero said. We all forgive you, X, Alias said. This made X smile. He knew roughly none of them should forgive him, and he wouldn't have hated them if they hadn't. And that Zero still regarded him as a brother like many had referred to them as over the years, made it all the better, even though he knew it was mostly likely just Zero looking to put the issue in the past. Since he had said those things to his best friend, it had haunted him, even if it was just putting on a show, and he could only imagine how it made Zero feel, especially now knowing who it truly was that had said it to him. It was also at this point that Iris, whom had been signed throughout the duration of the reunion, decided to finally make her presence more known. My question is this, and one that was glossed over. X said he was saved, but by who? Who would know enough about X's existence to not only pay him fully, but to also upgrade him as well? Iris questioned. The others had been so excited just seeing their dead friend alive that they hadn't even really paid any mind to that fact. Especially given it way back when he was seriously injured by his own buzzer shot fighting the Mechanologicus, Hydra and Gate, the Hunter's medical chief and research scientists couldn't even fully repair him. It had taken a light cat to do it. Yeah, who did save you? Zero was curiously thinking it back then. The other stares told X they were also very curious about the answers to this question. Alright, I'll tell, but after we return to Hunter headquarters, X said. This comment made Ayla smile even more. Her anger toward X now entirely subsided because it meant he was truly back and they had no intention of running away again. Still though, she wasn't about to take her hands off of him anytime soon, keeping him braced in a hug and nestled snugly against him. Oh man, I just realized, Cygnus and Hydra are going to have a heart attack when we come back and X is with us alive and well, X was saying in an almost giddy tone. Violet chuckled at her partner because she knew it would make for a good time. This is going to be good, she said. Here we are, ladies and gents, chapter 28. We're getting so close to the end of the set that has been in the process of being told for a number of years, and it makes me excited to finally be getting near a close on this epic journey. I want to especially thank user Ryokarna Blake's X's for giving me permission to use his title as the chapter name. The chapter name comes from a fanfic written by the user under the same name, I'm No Legend, I'm an Air Destruction. If you've never read it, go check it out, /endplug. I really liked the title and reached out forever ago for permission to use it in my own fic, and was blessed with the yes to do so. So thank you, Ryokarna, again. On a entirely different note though, I am going to be going through all of my previous chapters prior to chapter 5, and reworking them to bring them up to the quality, standard, and writing style I have been using for a while now, and to try and work out some of the continuity errors from early chapters to later ones. It will be a large undertaking because there is a lot of editing and cleaning out to be done, but so many people have loved this fanfic for so long, and you guys only deserve the best I can give. Thus far I have completed chapter 1, 2, 3, and 17 and had them uploaded already. I will post an again when the rest is done and re-upload it, and don't worry. I won't change and make as a totally change what the story has become. Think of it as main as we cleaning up. As always though, please iron on no matter if it's good, bad, or flamey. It all helps out in some way. Till next time, my peeps.